If you're trying to get some chili size quads for 2022 to defeat all of your enemies, here are my top 3 quad exercises. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Elaine. Welcome. I'm a weight loss coach, and today we are talking about my top 3 quad exercises that are consistently in all my routines. Now, before we get into this video, please keep in mind that I am not a personal trainer yet, and specifically I am not your personal trainer, so take any of the information that I give in this video as what works for me. They are not Bible, they are not scripture, they are not dogma. Please do what works for your body. And this is not a form critique video. I know the parts of my form that I need to work on, but we are always improving. We never look for perfection, because perfection is the enemy of progress, especially when you are trying to build your strength. You can find the timestamps for this video in the description box so that you can skip to the part that is most interesting to you. Do not forget to hit that like and that subscribe button if you find videos like this useful. And now, without further ado, let's talk about my top 3 quad exercises for 2022. So if you've been following me for a while, especially on my Instagram, which is where I post more of my fitness content, by the way, follow me on Instagram, you have noticed that I have switched from doing heavy ass, grueling, brutal leg days, which are still in my free workout plan if that's what you are interested in, and I have switched in the past 2 years to doing more full body days, because honestly I got tired of the grueling leg days. They were just no longer enjoyable for me, and when your workouts are no longer enjoyable, to maintain the consistency, switch it up, try something new. So I went into the full body camp, and now I'm never leaving, because I like leaving the gym able to walk, and I like finishing my entire workout without feeling like it's a chore. So now most of the time I maybe do 1 or 2 leg exercises, and I train legs 4 times a week. So when I list these 3 workouts, it doesn't mean that I'm doing all of these 3 workouts back to back. Yes, the videos in this video are going to make it seem like I did all of these back to back, because I did for filming purposes, but on a normal workout day, I would have done one of the exercises and then superset it with a upper body exercise. I like to call it a superset of convenience. While my lower body is resting, I do an upper body exercise. While my upper body is resting, I do a lower body exercise, just to cut down the amount of time I'm in the gym for. So now, without further ado, let's talk about the first exercise that I have been obsessed with for the past year. Heel elevated squats. Oh baby, heel elevated squats have my heart. Now you will notice in my video, I am starting off with extremely lightweight. That is because whenever I start my workouts for any workout, I am going to do some warm-up sets. So whichever compound movements I'm doing that day, I'm going to do warm-up sets for. So today I was doing warm-up sets for my quads, because I was about to do some quads exercises, and I started off with heel elevated squats. So I started out with 2 warm-up sets at 10 reps of 95 pounds, and then another 10 reps of 115 pounds before I got to my working weight, which is 155 pounds for heel elevated squats. So whenever I am starting to work out a muscle that I haven't trained yet during my workout, I will always do some warm-up sets at least once for a specific exercise. If I'm going into my workout and I'm starting out, I usually try and attack my compound exercises first. That's why I will usually start off with my heel elevated squats on my more leg focused full body days. So my heel elevated squats, they are my babies. You're going to watch the video play, so I will show that on the screen that I did the 2 warm-up sets. I usually rest 1 to 2 minutes between each warm-up set. Then after the second warm-up set at 115 pounds, I rest 3 to 5 minutes. You guys might be thinking, are you kidding me? No. I rest 3 to 5 minutes because the first working set that I do for my squats is usually the set that I try and hit a PR on. So my first working set, I make sure to get a lot of rest beforehand so that I can hit that PR. And honey, we hit a PR this round. We got 14 reps at 155 pounds. I am aiming for, if you watched my fitness journey video, by the way, it's gonna be linked down below. For what I'm doing on 2022, one of my goals was to hit 20 reps at 155 pounds, and we are now officially 6 reps away from that goal, and it's already February. So we're just gonna keep moving up, but I hit that PR, and after I hit a PR, all my other sets go to shit because I'm fatigued. So the second set, working set, we hit 5 reps, and then the third working set, we hit 4 reps. That one was a grinder. I'm not gonna lie, that one was a damn grinder, but we made it through anyway. So heel elevated squats are my number one quad exercise for 2022. Let's get on to number 2. Drum roll for exercise number 2. None of you should be surprised, especially if you watch me on Instagram. By the way, follow me on my Instagram. If you're not, I don't know what you're doing. Exercise number 2. I'm sorry to say, it's Bulgarian split squats, honey.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
I know, you hate me right now. You're looking at me and you're groaning. It could be bilateral Bulgarian split squats, which you'll see in the video where I'm holding a dumbbell in each hand, or it can be contralateral Bulgarian split squats, where you are holding the dumbbell on the same side that of the foot that's on the ground. So your foot is elevated, you're holding the dumbbell on this working foot, the foot that is actually on the ground. I like doing those ones too. With Bulgarian split squats, I will do them in my weightlifting shoes, my Reebok weightlifting shoes, which naturally have an elevated heel if I'm trying to do the quad focus, because when I do it in those shoes, I get more knee flexion, aka my knee is going forward and I am getting more quad activation that way. If you're trying to get more quad activation with your Bulgarian split squats, you want to get as much knee flexion as possible. You want to try and keep an upward torso, and when you're coming back up from your Bulgarian split squat, you want to think about driving yourself back and really using the foot that's on the ground to drive yourself back up, instead of necessarily, if you're, let's say, holding on to something, you don't want to rely so much on anything that you're holding on to, especially if you're doing the contralateral Bulgarian split squat, where one of your arms is free and one of your arms is engaged with a dumbbell. For the Bulgarian split squats, since I had already amply warmed up my quads during heel elevated squats, I only did 3 sets of Bulgarian split squats. I rested 3 to 5 minutes between each set, and I did 6 to 7 reps for each set at 80 pounds. If I was doing a contralateral Bulgarian split squat where I'm only holding one dumbbell, I would have been holding one 80-pound dumbbell while I was doing the contralateral split squat on the one leg. If you're someone who struggles with your grip strength, you'll see in my videos that I always had my wrist wraps on, because my grip strength fails for the amount of weight that I can lift, and I'm not in the gym trying to be athletic. I'm in the gym trying to get juicy ass quads. So some people are like, oh, you're using wrist wraps, that's cheating. I don't care about my grip strength, honey. I'm trying to get juicy quads and a thick ass booty. So grab your wrist wraps. If you find that you can lift more weight than you can actually hold on to, grab your wrist wraps. With my Bulgarian split squats, I found that most of the time when I'm getting exhausted, and I'm like talking like peak exhaustion, honey, the weight, the dumbbell, I'm not even holding on to it anymore. I kid you not. Like, if I can zoom into a part in one of the videos where the weight is literally just dangling there, like my fingers aren't really holding it anymore, I will show you. That is why wrist wraps are chef's kiss, because even when your entire body's about to give out, but your quads are like, I got 3 more set reps in me, you can let the weight dangle. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about your sweat dripping all over it and it slipping out of your hand. You can let the weight dangle from your wrist wrap as you push yourself to get that 1, 2, 3 extra reps in, so that you can get those nice juicy quads. Do not forget to push yourself in the gym. Now, exercise number 3 for my juicy quads, leg extensions. I feel like that's just it. It's just leg extensions. I usually end at most of my full body days where I do have a leg focus, I usually end it with leg extensions of some sort. Sometimes it can be leg extensions with isometric holds, where I'm holding it for 5 seconds at the top or 2 seconds at the top, or it could just be leg extensions where I'm just repping it out at a high weight. That was what this exercise was. So I did 1 set of 10 reps at 115 pounds. Then I realized that I could increase the weight, so I did 2 sets at 5 to 6 reps at 135 pounds, and I was really giving it at the last set because I was just like, I could go harder. Now, when I'm doing isolation exercises, usually I am doing 1 to 2 minutes of rest between each set. With my isolation exercises, I usually don't rest as much because they don't require as much muscle recruitment from other parts of my body. Whereas with my heel elevated squats and with my Bulgarian split squats, I'm using other muscles to stabilize and to really just kind of make sure that I'm getting that lift in. So I do rest a little bit longer because I feel more exhausted from those exercises than I do a machine that is actually isolating one specific muscle. So with leg extensions, they're a good time. I will usually do anywhere from 3 to 5 sets of leg extensions at the end of my workout, depending on how I'm feeling and depending on the amount of volume that I've done for that day. This is why I write my own workout plans so that I go in with a plan knowing exactly how much to do for each day that I have in my workout schedule. So that was my top 3. In terms of genetics, just keep in mind genetics do play a role in how quickly you get muscle in some areas. I am naturally more bottom heavy. I love my genetics for that. And when I say bottom heavy, I literally mean from the belly down, because I hold fat here, I hold fat here, and I hold a little bit of fat here. But as you can see, my calves never grow. I can lift 400 pounds with my calves and they're still this small, but genetics do play a role in it. My calves don't like to grow, but my quads and my booty do grow and respond very well to stimuli. So just keep that in mind. If you are doing as much weight as me and your quads aren't growing, that's just kind of like genetically. It doesn't mean that you'll never get quads as big as mine. It just may be more of a challenge for you genetically, like me and my damn calves. Okay, so keep in mind that genetics do play a factor in how much you can gain muscle over your lifetime. And that's it for this top 3 video. Definitely smash that like and that subscribe button if you found this useful. Let me know, what are your favorite exercises for training your lower body? What are your favorite exercises for training your quads? If you're looking for ways to support me, besides smashing that like and that subscribe button, pop over to my website, www.fitnessbeyondaesthetics.com, for my weight loss coaching, my Amazon finds, my discount codes, and anything else that you could possibly need. Always remember that your fitness goes beyond your aesthetics. It's not just about how good you look, baby. Even though you might look real good, it's important to make sure that you feel good mentally and emotionally and sexually as well. Watch the other videos that are on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.